Right now, somewhere, someone is staring at their phone, waiting for a reply, reading the same message 12 times, wondering if they said too much. You think this feeling is new. You think modern dating invented anxiety, mixed signals, and the desperate need to be chosen. But here is what nobody tells you. Your ancestors felt every single one of those feelings. Around a fire, in a cave, before language even had words for any of it. Love did not begin with dating apps. It began with something far more raw, far more honest, and honestly, far more intense than anything you have ever swiped right on. Here is what ancient humans actually did when they fell in love, and one of these is going to make you rethink everything you are doing right now. The first thing they did was stare, not the polite glance you give someone across a room before looking away. A full, unashamed stare. Evolutionary psychologist David Buss, who has spent decades studying attraction across cultures, found that prolonged eye contact is one of the oldest and most universal signals of romantic interest in the human species. Before words, before flowers, before texts that say, "Hey," there was just two people locking eyes and neither one looking away first. The one who held the gaze longest was signaling courage, confidence, and interest all at once. Sound familiar? It should. You still do it. Every single time, without thinking. Then came the showing off. And this part is going to feel uncomfortably familiar. Anthropologist Helen Fisher, who has studied the brain chemistry of love for over 30 years, describes early human courtship as remarkably similar to what you see on a Saturday night anywhere in the world today. The men hunted bigger animals than they needed to. They carried the kill back to camp slowly, in full view. They made sure the right person saw. The ancient version of posting a gym selfie on a Tuesday. The women, on the other side, used ochre, crushed red earth pigment, to color their faces and skin. Archaeologists have found evidence of this cosmetic use going back over 70,000 years. 70,000 years of getting ready before going out. They also gave gifts, not expensive ones. A particularly good piece of meat. A shell with a hole drilled through it to wear as a pendant. A flower placed next to someone while they slept. Small, specific, chosen. Researcher Kermit Anderson, studying gift-giving behavior across ancient and modern cultures, found that the act of choosing something for one particular person, not the value of the object, was always the signal that mattered. Gen Z calls this thoughtfulness. Your ancestors called it survival. Either way, it worked, but here is where it gets different from what you know. And honestly, it might explain why modern dating feels so exhausting. Ancient humans did not date in private. There was no quiet dinner for two. Every interaction happened in front of the entire group. Every glance was witnessed, every gift was seen, every rejection was public. Imagine going up to your crush today, and every single person you know is standing in a circle watching. That was Tuesday for your ancestors. And yet somehow, through all of that exposure and risk, love still happened every single time. Today you have the opposite problem. You have total privacy, and you are still terrified. You type and delete. You post a story and wait to see if they view it. You leave someone on read for exactly 3 hours so you do not seem too eager. The anxiety is identical to what your ancestor felt standing across that fire. Only the technology changed. The feeling never did. There is one more thing ancient humans did when they fell in love that no modern dating coach will ever tell you to try. And this one is the most powerful of all. They stayed close, not emotionally close, physically close. They slept in the same small group. They foraged in the same territory. They were simply present. Consistently, day after day, until presence itself became a kind of declaration. Psychologist Robert Zajonc identified this as the mere exposure effect. The more you see someone, the more you like them. Not because they became more attractive, because familiarity feels safe to an ancient brain that is still running inside your modern skull. Your ancestors did not ghost. They could not. And in not being able to disappear, they were forced to resolve things, to stay, to try again the next morning around the same fire. You have every tool they never had. The ability to reach someone instantly from anywhere. The freedom to choose from millions of people, rather than 12. The language to say exactly what you feel. And yet somehow, the person sitting across the fire 70,000 years ago, with nothing but ochre on her face and a piece of meat as a gift, figured it out. So did he. So can you.